Hello, welcome back to How to Cook Rate. How you doing? So look, today we're making this beef biryani, but in a Middle Eastern Arab style. It's absolutely delicious. It takes quite a little while to do it, but it's really worth it. You're going to love this one. So take a look below in the text. All the ingredients and the amounts are set out there. Let's get moving. So we're going to start off in a mixing bowl because we're going to get lots of spices happening in here. So my beef is there. I've got a nice cut of beef, but I've got a little bit of bone in there. As you can see, there's some fat in there. I've cut it into kind of bite-sized pieces. Absolutely delicious. Let's get some spices happening. We're going to start off by adding some salt. A teaspoon, these are all teaspoons of turmeric, coriander, chili powder, black pepper, and cumin. Then some whole spices, a little bit of cinnamon, a nice large bay leaf or two, one dried red chilli, and here I've got a teaspoon of black lemon powder, a few green cardamom pods, some black pepper, whole peppercorns, a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, 1 cup of onions, I've sliced mine, and then a generous amount of olive oil in there just to bring it all together. What we're going to do now is simply give this a mix. So we're going to go over to the cooker now. Now I'm going to be using a pressure cooker here. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you can still do this, but it's going to take a really long time. So we're going to drop in all of the meat and the mixture into a pressure cooker. We're going to go over to the cooker and get it on above medium, but just with the lid off at this stage. I want to cook this for like 5 or 6 minutes just to kind of get a little bit of browning on to the meat. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some water. I'm going to add 1 litre of cold water. You could use a stock maybe if you want. And then I'm going to get the pressure lid on and I'm going to go for about 15 or 20 minutes. This really speeds up the time of the cooking. And because it's beef, it's going to make it really tender, really fast. So on goes my lid. I'm going to let it go for a little while. And then once that's done, we let the pressure out of that. And then what we're going to do, now we're going to cook with the lid off. So we're going to add 1 cup of cooked chickpeas and 1 cup of tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. We're going to let this go on a medium heat for about 5, 6, 7 minutes like that. We want the kind of tomatoes to break down a little bit. Absolutely fantastic. Like I say, it takes a while this one, but it's really worth it. Okay, so I've now taken out all of the meat and some of the juice, and you can see I've got some juice in there because I'm going to use that to cook the rice in. So I've got 3 cups of Basmati rice that I've washed 2 to 3 times in cold water. It's really important to kind of wash it out. So 3 cups means 6 cups of water. So whatever you're going to do, you do double. So if you're going to do, like we're doing 3 cups, you need 6 cups of liquid. In our case, I'm going to be using this. There you go, 1, 2, 3 of these in there. This is beautiful stuff. This is going to colour the rice and give it some absolute, loveliness to it. And then I'm going to add 3 cups of just regular water. We're going to cook this rice, but we only want this rice to be cooked around 60%. So once it's kind of on its way and it's absorbed the water, you need to take it out at that point because, like I say, we're going to be re-cooking this again with the meat. So you want it to have a nice little bite to it, And once we've done that, there's only one more thing to do now. We're going to get some onions and some cashew nuts together. So I'll show you how to do that right now. Small little pan. I've got some olive oil in there. I'm dropping in a teaspoon of cumin seeds and about 3 cups of onions that I've sliced. Now you can get these completely black and crispy or golden brown, or kind of like me, I like to get them just a little bit just under before they start to go crazy, you know, just like this kind of color like that. I'm happy there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in some cashew nuts, a cup of cashew. If you wanted, you could add some kind of raisins or sultanas in this as well. It's kind of quite nice to go in. But we're going to just do that, spin this around for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're now ready to build this absolutely delicious biryani. So what I've done is I've got a nice new pan here, nice big pot. And I've started out by putting all the bones in the bottom. That's going to kind of prevent it burning a little bit. So you put a little bit of the meat in there, and then we go in with the rice. We do a nice layer of the rice. We follow that with a nice layer of the onions and the cashews that we've done. And then we go more meat, and then you have to end up with rice on the top. So I'm only going to do 2 layers here, but you end up with the rice on the top. And then what I'm going to do, you might not be able to get this, some of you will find this hard to get, but it's absolutely delicious. I've got some rose water, and I'm going to get some rose water in there. You can put like 3 tablespoons in, 4 tablespoons like that, or less if you want, but it gives it a really beautiful, just loveliness, just a kind of nice kind of floral flavor to it. So now what we do is we go over and get this on as low as you can. Super simmer. Nice tight lid. Let this go for around 10 to 15 minutes. At this point, you've only gone and done it. You've got yourself an unbelievably fantastic beef biryani. So with my one, you can see I've got it on the plate here, and all I've done is I've put some fresh cilantro or coriander on the top of that. Wonderful stuff. Takes a little while to do it, I know, but it's so worth it. You're gonna love this one. Hope you enjoyed that. Keep safe, keep well, and I'll see you really soon. Lots of love.